Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to episode 2. It is I, Pelican Dude, and I have just acquired a Sentient Commander, which I have no idea what that does, but I would like to try it out. So we've already conquered the Progenitor planet or whatever this thing is. Are each of these... So this isn't actually telling me the names of the systems. This is telling me like information about what's happening here in the Galactic War. Okay, well let's go up here. Let's just kind of start working our way around the edge of the galaxy. Stay out in the fringes, try to avoid attracting too much attention to ourselves. We do not want to, attract too much undue attention before we are adequately prepared for battle. And once more, we are approaching the star system, which has something to do with loading, I think. You know, it's not anything to do with celestial navigation. Anyway, this planet is literally almost exactly the same planet that we were fighting on last episode. This is disappointing. Let's just try and kick his butt as soon as possible. Let's see, I don't know how this sub-commander nonsense... Hold... Okay. So, my sub-commander... Is he somewhere here? Eventually, whatever. Okay, yeah, there he is. What do you know? Well, hopefully this will be awesome. Like, look at this guy. I mean, he's not doing anything. That's, potentially unfortunate. Hopefully he'll do something. Oh, there we go. He's building things. Good. I was about to get worried there, like, oh, look, we got a sub-command. Oh, and he's just gonna stand there until he dies. What do you know? But this is neat. We have a little dude, a little Theta commander, who's helping us out. Like, I don't know how long he'll last. I mean, he'll probably get killed at some point in the future, but, like, that's awesome. I'm so pumped for this. Like, it's nice to have, like, a meat shield, basically. I mean, that's essentially what it can be good for, or just something as a distraction from myself, help provide defense, anything like that. Yeah, that's fantastic. I wish I could, like, more directly maybe give him orders or tell him what to do, but okay, so that's where the enemy is. Let's since this planet's like literally exactly the same as the first one, let's just rush through this. Let's just try and kill him as fast as possible. I'm a bit disappointed. Like, you've got like infinite sets of planetary generation, whatever. Can't we have something a little bit different? Maybe all of the... See, there's only one... Maybe we have to start going into like the core of the galaxy for the planetary systems to get more interesting? I don't really know. I'm not expert on Galactic War here, so I just speculate on things, and more often than not, they turn out to be untrue. You know, I try, though. I give it my best shot. Okay, so we have one contact coming across here. Looks like a little scout vehicle, whatever. You can come check us out, scout vehicle. I don't care. Look at our amazing base. That's so good. It's just so good, right? Oh, yeah. You're jealous of this perfectly square setup of metal extractors that you totally don't have right here. They also have air units. Jerks. A lot of ants. See, I would try and be more excited, but, like, again, this is the same freaking map. Like, I mean, I'm excited that we've got a Theta commander who actually he appears to be doing quite well now. Don't get too... No. Yeah, I was gonna say don't get too close to the Inferno. Clearly I was a little late for that. We're gonna try and... Okay, the Inferno is wrecking us a little bit. Go through this area. There we go. Thank you. Okay. And all of you run over here and repair. Off to a little bit of a rocky start, but we're getting better. And what more resources can we claim? These and more defenses and more radar. And our ally is already harassing him, which is fantastic. Alright, hopefully we'll get a more interesting planetary system in the future. Let's go ahead and just start building a launch platform, although apparently we're running low on metal. Thankfully we have a nice supply of that. It feels like a callback to the old Total Annihilation days, you know, to actually be reclaiming metal instead of just extracting it all the time. Let's see here. So Commander can go up on this plateau. We've got him really boxed in here. This is actually going to be quite nice for us. So the enemy is also a Theta commander by the looks of it. We must ensure that our own friendly Theta commander doesn't get too close to this Theta, or else he might feel compassion for his brethren and join with the enemy. We know that's something that would totally happen. You know, because machines are very emotional creatures, you know. Traditional defensive creep. And... yeah, the defensive creep. What would a defensive creep be? Like a creep who's defensive. It's like, I know that I'm really stalking you and should probably get a restraining order, but just like, it's my right as a living being to stalk people. It's a callback to my ancient ancestry. I'm a predatory creature. Beware. Oh, look, it's a little combat health bot that was blown up seconds after I called attention to it. Maybe I shouldn't call attention to things. I don't know. Hey, look, it's my commander. Oh. We're done. Okay. It's a little overkill, maybe with that many bots, but, you know, this is Planetary Annihilation. So we've pretty much completely wrecked this guy at this point. I'm not sure... I'm actually not sure how much I like this AI. Like, on one hand, it's fun to have him with me, but on the other hand, it takes something out of it. We'll investigate in the future whether we want to continue bringing him into battle with us. Okay, well, this guy's clearly dead. Well, I mean, you know, soon anyway. Clearly going to die. Nothing he can do about that to prevent it at this point. he is taking his sweet time and dying. Oh. Keeps uber charging or whatever. Not to be confused with a D-gun or an overcharge. Uber cannon? Is that what it's called again? I don't actually recall right now. Well, we've already got defenses set up here, so if he does come this way, he's a dead man. I mean, he's already dead. Well, not a dead man. He's a dead bot. Regardless of what he does, it looks like he's actually going to walk into a line of defense over here. We're going to pull these cons back just because, just in case. Or we can send in these engineers maybe, and they might, not engineers, what are these? Grenadiers. Yeah, okay. I think the turrets will get him before the Grenadiers do, though. Oh, maybe not. Yup! Grenadiers got him with like one shot. That's fantastic. Alright, well, we won this completely identical battle that was only made somewhat more interesting by the fact that we had an ally. I'm sure the ally will prove more advantageous later on, like when there's a large battle, because I'm sure that eventually I'll run into situations in which none of this is that great. But I guess I'll use that one for now. Like, but later on, when we run into more heavily entrenched enemies or planetary systems that might have multiple commanders or something, then it might help. But for now, let's go to Legate Quintus. I'll jump in a little bit to the core and fight this battle, and that will be it for this episode, I think, once this battle's over. Alright. I'm hoping for some more interesting star systems, because all of these right now are just like one planet, which at least this one is, this one's a more interesting planet. We have some water, not enough to actually be useful, navally anyway. But we actually have stuff going on now, which is nice compared to where we've been before. Let's go up here. Find out where we shall be heading, and where our ally will be touching down over there, apparently. And we'll start with a vehicle factory this time around. Shaking things up a bit, you know, completely unpredictable. Oh my goodness, of the two possible things he could have done, he chose to do the other possible thing this time. Well, I mean, I suppose there's more than two possible things I could do, but the two reasonably predictable, most likely things I could have done, right? Here we have this completely naturally looking strip of green land in between the two incredibly large polar ice caps. Nothing weird about that. I do love these little, like, swirls. I don't know why. They're just so nice. That's just, something fantastic about the art style in this game. Civ 6 was announced recently, I guess. There's that. I'm a huge Civilization player, for anyone who doesn't know. I mean, I've thought about doing a Civilization Let's Play, but I feel like those, I don't know, I'm not sure how interesting those are to people. Like, because ultimately, like, not much happens. Like, I mean, a lot does happen, but, like, how fascinating is it to watch someone spend an hour optimizing the economy of their empire? Like, there's not constantly things happening. Like, I feel like I'm not an entertaining enough Let's Player personality to actually make multiple hours of economic optimizations interesting enough for people to watch. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong. I mean, you typically don't think you're wrong. I will concede this. Typically you think you're right. And first thing you assume in an argument is I'm right. And the second thing you assume is they're wrong. That's typically the way these things go. And Commander proving he's not the best shot in the universe, but you know, 1 out of 4 ain't bad. And is this a dock? Since that's an allied dock. That's why I was confused there. Like, why is it not killing me? I mean, not that I'm complaining, but confusion about why I'm not dead.
Enemy commander detected.
Okay, here's our target, I guess. I'm curious when we'll start running into enemy commanders who are thoroughly well equipped, like, because, I mean, we're running into commanders right now who have air units, right? And, I mean, air units are technically more than what we have, but we haven't seen, like, advanced... Oops, bumped the microphone there. We still have yet to see advanced enemy technology. Like, we have yet to encounter a, like, you know, advanced tanks, you know, Tech 2 stuff, etc. Like, we're all just dealing with, currently anyway, enemies who have relatively similar technology to our own. So I'm curious at what point, if, you know, like, is it towards the core of the galaxy? Like, what determines the difficultness of the enemies that you encounter in Galactic War? Is it the more battles that you fight? Is it, like, the closer in proximity to a planetary, like, a core system? Like, I do not fully know what determines it, so I would be interested to find out. I'm sure we will find out throughout the course of this series. Exactly... Oop, I do not need to bring up the chat to talk to the AI. You know, just be like, hey, how's it going, AI? Hey, why not? We'll ask it how it's doing. Completely pointless chat message there, you know. If it responded, I'd either be impressed with the AI that it actually was capable, like they actually took the time to program it to respond. Also be a bit weirded out, like, what's the point of this? I don't really need to talk to the AI. I talk to Cortana every once in a while, but that's a bit different. Okay, let's see here. And all of the tanks. And apparently our energy is sucking. You guys work on that. Alright. And I really do want aircraft. Like, aircraft make things more interesting, so we'll hopefully be getting aerial technology soon. And also, hopefully, getting an additional data bank storage thing. That would also be nice. Why not make hover tanks, right? I don't see any reason why not to. And we'll tell them to all go over there on the water just for lols, because they can hover. For no reason except that one. Energy desperately. I love that, like, all these different little ways of saying this. Like, build energy. You require more energy. It's yada yada yada. I don't care. We're working on it. Okay, and you two start making lots of tanks. And Commander, just, why not have some bots thrown in there, right? And it's not like we need pylons, so. Okay. There's something phenomenal, though, about the way this game... It just feels like... I mean, I guess you could argue it is sort of like 3D printing. Like, it captures this art style, just makes these units feel like little models or something. I don't know. Not, I don't mean models as in like little 3D models, which they obviously are, but like actual models that you'd like 3D print and have on your desk or something, you know? But yeah, I think it is time for this AI's reign of terror to be at an end. I think that our army is more than enough to, well, I don't know if it'll be enough to fully end him, but it will do a number on his base here. As the, swarms of little bombs come running in. Wouldn't that suck? Like, so, you know, we're in this future, right? Where we've got these, like, apparently sentient AIs. So you, like, make a sentient AI and, like, hey, what do I need to do? And you're like, okay, so what your purpose is we've built this little running thing, this little running robot, and it's got a big bomb on it. And it's like, okay, so do you want me to, like, run up to, like, a bridge or something and drop the bomb off? And then I detonate it when I get far enough away. It's like, no. You are the bomb. Oh. Crap. What is the ethics of using AI as a suicide bomber? I mean, obviously, like a basic computer program is a little different than like a full-fledged AI, but still. Let's see what we get. All right, bot ammunition tech. Okay, this still isn't super helpful. I'm gonna say that this. You know what? As helpful as he's been, I think we're going to pretend we're going to delete him and pretend that we have dismissed him to defend these systems over here. It's not that we deleted him. He's just no longer going to join us on the front lines. He's defending our other systems. That's what's happening here. But yeah, that is the. This will hopefully make things more interesting because it'll actually be me fighting by myself against people. But yeah, this episode 2, the episode of having a partner, that was kind of interesting, but I think it'll be better just to fight one-on-one in the future, at least until things get hard, and then maybe I'll try and acquire a little assistant commander again. But yeah, alright, so that was episode 2, everyone. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope I'll see you next time. Bye.